It is 9:15 in the morning, so this is breakfast, I guess. This recipe is going to take you less time than if you picked up the phone, ordered takeout, and waited for it. This is a vegan chicken ramen stir fry. It's so good, has like a sweet savory sauce. You're gonna love it. Hair is up, so you know we in business. Let's get started. You're going to need a ramen of your choice. I showed you guys this when we made our peanut ramen. This is the Imi Eats. It's like a protein ramen, so that's what I'm using. So there's tons of ramens out there. There's Right Foods, Lotus Foods, just like you can use any generic ramen as well. So yeah, you'll just follow this according to package directions. So like just boil some water and then cook the noodles. Very easy. While I'm waiting for the water to boil, I'm going to hydrate my soy curls. We've used soy curls a lot before on this channel, but in case you don't know what they are, they're just pieces of soy and they're dehydrated like chunks of soy, and they're great. They're shelf stable, or you keep them in the fridge, and the company that makes them is Butler's Soy Curls. There might be some other ones out there, but they're the main company, so I'll have them linked down below for you. So I'm just going to pour some water in here, and we'll let these just rehydrate back up. It does happen pretty quickly. And we're using 3/4 cup of soy curls. It's like 30 grams. So I'll just pop these to the side while they rehydrate. There isn't too much cutting to do in this recipe. I'm just going to cut up a green onion that will partially cook some of it and then use some of it for garnish. I like a lot of green onion, so I tend to do a lot. So you just do as much as you like. So now let's make our sauce for the ramen. So first things I'm going to do is I'm going to take a teaspoon of cornstarch and mix this with water to make a slurry. This will help thicken it, but I like to do this step first. Come on. Cornstarch is probably one of the most annoying ingredients. And then I'm going to add in 1 tablespoon of water. I just eyeball it, but... And then you're going to mix it all together. Okay, so see how it's like a liquid? Perfect. Then we're going to add in 2 teaspoons of soy sauce, about a teaspoon of garlic powder, and like 1.5 tablespoons to 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. Mix it up. It's not gonna look like much right now. It'll thicken when we cook it, so. You can give this a taste. It will taste slightly grainy because of the cornstarch, which it won't taste like that when it cooks, but just to get a feel for the flavor. So if you want to make it saltier or sweeter or whatever, but this is good. And my water's boiling, so let's add that ramen in. All right, water is at a nice rolling boil, so got my ramen. We'll add it in, let that cook up. All right, so our ramen is looking pretty good, pretty cooked up. They are nice and soft now. We can move on to the next step of this recipe. I'm gonna set this to the side for a second. All right, so I have a pan right here. I'm gonna pour our sauce into there first. This is on medium heat, pretty low. So as this cooks, and it'll actually like turn clear and like thicken up. So I'm also gonna add in lots of spinach for a veggie. Like a lot of it. But we all know that spinach just cooks down to nothing anyway. I have my rehydrated, drained out soy curls, so I'll pop those in. And I'm just gonna give this a chance to all cook up and get going, and then we'll add in the ramen. As soon as I start seeing the spinach to just shrink up in size, I'll start adding the ramen in, so like maybe another minute. And the sauce is thickening up on the bottom. And I like to just pull from the pan because then you'll get a little bit of water from the ramen, which is good because it helps to just keep some liquid in there. Just mix it all up. And if as it's cooking you feel like, oh, I want to add a little more soy sauce in, or I want to add a little more water, like you can. There's no reason not to. I'm actually going to pour in a smidge of that ramen water, just to help loosen things up a little bit. The cornstarch can get a little thick and sometimes just like really sit on the bottom, so don't be afraid if you need to add in a little liquid. It's not a big deal. I think I do want to add in slightly more soy sauce, honestly, just for color, because we're looking a little pale right now. Or maybe like another teaspoon, just to help give some color in there. I like the sauce to be thicker, but I don't want it to be like gelatinous, you know. So at this point, I think it's pretty much good. I tried to give you guys a different angle so you could hopefully see how that sauce is in the pan. It's thick, but it's clear, it's cooked. So everything is looking good, and I think we're done. There we go. You know, this is so easy. You can add in whatever veggies you like. I'm gonna add in half of my green onions, and then I'll save half for like garnishing when we plate. And this recipe is oil-free. I kind of did that unintentionally, but if you want to add in some sesame oil or something, you can, but it really doesn't need it. So it's nice because it gets in some good protein from the protein ramen and the soy curls and some veggies and nice sauce. So it's really yummy. Let's plate this baby up. I have no method for plating this, if I'm being honest. Just a nice big bowl of nudes. I really do love the soy curls in here, but if you wanted to use tofu or tempeh or something else, you can, but then you have to like kind of cook it. So I like the soy curls because it does make things faster in terms of just not having to like cook. And the whole point, you know, of giving you guys these easy meals is so you don't feel like you have to do so many steps to make a recipe. If I wasn't filming, this really would have probably taken me like 15 minutes. I had to do some rearranging off camera because the food blogger in me was getting annoyed that I couldn't get the noodles to come out on top. Okay, so then we'll just do some more of our green onion for some freshness. And then optional, but I always do love it, is some sesame seeds over top. There we go. Now we have this beautiful bowl of chicken stir-fry ramen. Love it. All right, everybody, our beautiful vegan chicken ramen stir fry is all done. Looks so good. Let's do a little taste test. I have to be honest with you guys, it is 9:15 in the morning, so this is breakfast, I guess. I love soy curls so much. So yeah, another super easy recipe. I would say this is like 1 to 2 servings. It depends on how hungry you are. Maybe like 1.5 servings, like you have part of it with one meal and then part of it with another meal or something. Or you could just have one giant serving. Obviously you could just like double the recipe for more servings, and you could always throw in whatever veggies you like. So it's a good one. It's a keeper. It's just a great weeknight meal on hand. And of course, if you want to add in more seasonings, more flavor, go ahead. Always taste, adjust to your preferences. I'm just trying to keep these recipes simple. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. If you haven't seen our other easy recipes, go check them out. I have more to come. And yeah, full written out recipes on the blog. And I'll see you later. Bye.